I want you guys to stay tuned. This is our 90-day blitz. So listen, y'all, my name is Taria Avant, and for over 11 years, I have helped more than 15,000 plus speakers, coaches, leaders not only learn how to become published authors, but also how to leverage their books so that they gain more visibility, but most important, they get more money. Yes, it's time to get to the bag. And so listen, today I'm going to go live. This is actually something we discussed last night with our Book Profits Club community. So I just want to check 1 second just to make sure that I am live on the platforms. Okay, good. Because at first, honey, it was not going live. It was not doing its business. And so if you can hear me loud and clear, go ahead and type in the chat. Let me know what city and state that you are chiming in from. Yeah, see, look, Facebook is not trying to stream right now. It's not giving the sister no kind of love. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But if you guys can hear me loud and clear, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on, let me see if I can try to reconnect them. I don't know. We'll see. But if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on, no, it won't let me do it because it says it's in the past. The disrespect of it all. That's okay. We're just going to go ahead and stream to YouTube. But listen, if you guys can hear me loud and clear, go ahead and let me know in the chat where you guys are chiming in from. And whoop, there we go. We're going to just paste it in Facebook. So I see we have some people that are watching us on YouTube right now. 90-day blitz. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. So listen, do me a favor as well. As we're getting started here, I want you guys to put in the chat what it is that you do. Again, I work with speakers. I work with coaches. I work with leaders. I've done this now for over 11 plus years. And before I ever worked with a speaker or coach or leader, etc., I was a speaker. I was a coach, I was a leader. And so I literally created a program based off of what I learned, right? And so what happened for me was back in 2012, I became an author of the book at the time. It was called A Vision of Freedom. Totally changed my life. I fell in love with what this book was doing for me. And so I decided, you know what we're going to do is we're going to show millions of people all over the world how to do the same exact thing. And so awesome. Okay. Thank you so much. YouTube AJ's in the house. Hello, hello, hello. And so, yes, guys. And so we're going to get into this. This is our 90-day blitz. And we introduced this last night, but this is going to be the only time I'm going to talk about this 90-day blitz on social media. You have to be a part of the community. And every single person that participates in this 90-day blitz, I am going to personally invite you to come and hang out with me here in Atlanta in October, okay? So I'll have more details about that, but you first have to be in the community. And let's just go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to share my screen, guys. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. We're going to go over this again. If you're a speaker, if you're a coach, if you're a leader, this is going to be for you. If you want to generate at least minimum is $10,000 a month. For some of you guys who want to have $10,000 days, multiple $10,000 days, this is for you as well. And so it does not matter what your price point is. All it matters is, are you willing to follow what we go over for the next 90 days. Okay. So let's go ahead. I pulled this presentation. It was actually supposed to be for y'all yesterday, but I wasn't able to pull it up for some reason. I had challenges. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go live and make sure everybody gets this and that you're able to join into the community to further participate. Also, again, just shout out to our community, y'all, because we now have crossed over 200 members. Okay, and so if you have not joined our community yet, all you got to do is go to bookprofitsclub.com. You get to join for free and you get to participate in this 90-day blitz. All right, so let me go ahead and put it on the screen so you can see this presentation that I have created for you guys. 1 second. All right, so we're going to go ahead and present it so you guys can see. And so hopefully everybody can see the full presentation, right? I hope you got, hold on. I do not like the way this looks. No. Why are we doing that? So let's see here. We're going to do a present full screen. Okay, I think that's better. There we go. Much better. And so we're going to start this blitz on September the 1st, guys. So on September the 1st is when we're going to start this. So that means over the next couple of weeks, we're going to give you time to prepare. And that's every Monday night. So last Monday was part 1 of the 90-day Blitz. And guess what? On next Monday, we're going to go over part 2 and all the things. So let's go ahead and get into this. So week 1, which started yesterday, we talked about building out your success funnel. And I'm going to go through this as well, just a little bit more for you guys. And so just in case you are still just trying to get some clarity on your success funnel. Okay. And so, yeah, thank you, AJ. I empower men and children from trauma of divorce. Isn't that so specific, right? He could just say, I empower men, because in that, if you got children, that probably connects. Or, well, no, actually, nope, AJ, I like that. I would just say pick one. Pick one, though. Pick one. Which one you want to do, because your messaging to men that have gone through divorce is different than the messaging for children. And so when we are identifying, well, y'all will see it in the training. Y'all know I can't help but coach. You know I love my BPC family. So week 1 is success funnel. Week 2, that's next Monday. We're going to be going over your success schedule. Okay, your success schedule. And what you're going to learn in this training for week 2 in the success schedule is how to work 2 to 4 hours per day. Okay, for those of you who your goal is to make $10,000 a month, you can absolutely make that happen working 2 to 4 hours per day. Okay, you do not need to be trying to do 12-hour days to make $10,000 a month. I'm going to be very transparent, okay? But you have to be willing to stick to it. It is about being consistent, doing the small things. And then week 2, we're going to lock in and focus. We're going to identify distractions. We're going to identify how we're going to get plugged in. We're going to get ready to do all the things, right? So what is a 90-day Blitz? So first of all, a 90-day Blitz is something I actually learned this when I used to be in network marketing. Shout out to everybody in the multi-level marketing, in the network marketing space, direct sales, where you recruit people, because this is how I learned how to build a business. We did 90-day increments. And by doing 90-day increments, y'all, we were able to be one of the top network marketing professionals out there. And when I say we, I'm talking about me. When I say we, I'm talking about all praise be to God, me. God positioned us to be one of the top. And so you're going to do this for 90 days because why? It takes 90 days of consistent activity so that you can be able to see results. But what most entrepreneurs do, they may give it 30 days. Majority of most people don't even give consistent activity 30 days, maybe a week. And so this is the thing. During this 90 days, which we're going to talk about on week 3, you're going to be confronted with a lot of distractions. During this 90 days, you're going to be positioned where it's not going to be easy, but you have to stay committed. If you're committed, I want you to put in the chat, I'm committed. I'm committed. We reform the image of fatherhood in our culture. So let me tell you how to do a power statement too, because I love that. It sounds like the father's coach need to get with the unfinished journey with AJ and do something together. I did a collaborative event last month, and that one event that we did, that was an hour and a half with 25 people in attendance. We made $6,000 in one day. Collaboration works. Okay. But let me show you how to do an intro statement, okay? An intro statement is where you identify who your target audience is. So my target audience is speakers, coaches, and leaders. The reason why all of those are the same or all together is because I want speakers who are coaches, but also you got to be a leader to be a coach. So literally it's the same person. So speakers, coaches, leaders, right? And then you want to go over what is the problem they deal with, right? So I show them the problem is visibility. They don't know how to be visible. So I show them how to use their book to gain more visibility, which ultimately shows them how to increase their income, right? And so the thing is, what most speakers, coaches, and leaders, 80% of speakers, coaches, and leaders do not make over $10,000 a month. 80%, guys. in their prospective space. Now, does it mean that there's people who are speakers, coaches, and leaders who make over $80,000? Make over $10,000 a month doing something else? Yes, they do. That's why they want to be a speaker. That's why they want to be a coach, because they want to show other people. But when it goes into applying to their own business, they don't know how to convert that into the same type of income. Does that make sense? So I target people who have had success in their own perspective space, and then I show them how to then build a $10,000 a month, week, or day business. Yes or yes? So you want to be able, and we call these our power statements. So I empower, I inspire, I educate, power statement, right? So anyways, goal number 1 is you got to choose what your revenue goal is by the end of 90 days. We don't need to be choosing multiple goals, right? And the truth is, if I could be transparent, one of the things, there's so many people that really talk about how they do their goals, whether they set goals, whether they set goals for activity or set goals for the final location. I like to set my goals based on what is the objective. If I want to be able to make this amount of money, which is very important for us. So if your goal is in 90 days, once we start September 1st, you want to show that you have generated over $30,000 in sales. Boom, that's the goal. So by the end, so we're starting September 1st. We're starting September 1st, y'all. But that don't mean you shouldn't be making money this month, just so you know. Just want to make sure. Hello. That doesn't mean we don't make money this month. We make money this month too. Yes. Okay. We make money this month. But what we're doing is we're setting ourselves up for the major setup. Okay. We're setting ourselves up for the major setup. And so, okay, we got 3 people that are committed. All right. Thank you, guys. I see y'all in the chat. I'm committed. And so what we have to do is identify, though, in 90 days. So that is, what is that? That is November the 30th. By November the 30th, I want to have earned how much? That is what we are focused on for this 90-day blitz. Whatever, and you don't have to put this in the chat. This is your goal. So by 90 days, November the 30th, I want to have generated over $50,000 in sales. That's the goal. If by 90 days, I want to have generated over $10,000, that's the goal. Every single one of us needs to have a specific income goal by the end of 90 days. Number 2, and the next part that you're going to need is your funnel. And this is what we talked about yesterday. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision, make it plain upon tables, and that he may run that readeth it. We got to be very simplistic in this. I want to make $50,000. Here are my 4 items in my funnel. And once we get the game plan, we repeat it every week, every day, every week, every day. Are y'all with me? So that's what we're going to be doing in this 90-day blitz. All right. So anyways, we repeat it over and over. So day 1 through 30, you guys are going to be given next week what you should be doing every single day, every single week. And we repeat it. Okay. We repeat it. That is the problem sometimes. I think sometimes we think success is supposed to be sexy. Everybody is looking at what took place at InvestFest, and all of us want to have an InvestFest situation. But many of the people who've gotten on the InvestFest stage, they had to stay consistent doing this stuff that is not sexy. You have to stay consistent doing the things over and over again. And I'm going to tell you guys, missing one piece of the ingredient will literally cause the cake not to be cooked. Amen. One piece of the ingredient missing will cause the cake not to be cooked. So you can't say, I'm going to do every single thing but this one thing. No. 2 to 4 hours per day, ladies and gentlemen. 90 days staying consistent. Every single one of us has this ability to do so. If we are running, and by the way, I said this on one of the weeks I said this. I said, this is your business. This is your business. Showing up for your business is your responsibility. You going out here and doing the work is nobody else's responsibility. This is your business, right? So all we doing is we saying, listen, we can do it together. Does that make sense? We can do it together. So this is every single one of our businesses. It is our responsibility to grow it. If it is not growing and you have been given the game plan, whose fault is it? If it is not growing and we have been given the game plan, whose fault is it? We've got to stop placing blame and get focused. Amen? Okay, so we're going to build, repeat, optimize. Build, repeat, optimize. Yesterday, we went over your success funnel. Now, if you need to go back and look at the training, go into the school community. You're going to go to bookprofitsclub.com. When you join the community, bookprofitsclub.com, when you join the community, let me just show you what it looks like. When you join the community, you're going to see the replay from yesterday right here. It says replay from Money Mondays, 90-day Blitz. You're going to want to watch that because we do go into detail. We have everybody typing. And then to show your commitment to this, you're going to go right here where it says 90-day challenge success funnel right here. And you're going to put in what is your success funnel. I've given you my success funnel example as well. I give you the link, how much it costs, all the things. Guys, you got to know what this is. And the reason many of us are not making the income that we absolutely deserve is because every single week we keep switching up what our programs are. Every single week we keep saying, you know what, let me add this or let me sell that or let me do that. Guys, we got to stay focused. Everybody put focused in the chat. Focused in the chat. And so you're going to go back and look at that. And then this is what's going to help you to get to your income. So if you have a goal of $30,000 a month or $30,000 by the end of November, and you have a $1,000 premium item, which this is how we identify our income, by the way. We identify our income by premium and core items sold. We do not identify our income by book sales. The money that we make from our book sales is simply money that we can use to reinvest back into our business. Okay? We should not be spending money that we make from book sales. That is giving you a boost to be able to grow your business quicker. How many of you guys, if you were able to run some ads properly and maybe invest $1,000 a month towards ads, which get you in front of new people who have never seen you, how many of you guys would love to be able to do that? Well, that's why when we sell our books, we don't spend the book money. We reinvest it back into our business. But then you have your core items and your premium. Premium is really how I identify how I'm going to hit my income goal. So if I got a premium product at $1,000, by the end of November, my goal is to be able to make $30,000. That means I only need to sell to 30 people. It's divided by 3 because we have 3 months. That's 10 people a month. 10 people a month. And then because I know my closing ratio when I do sales calls, let's just even say I'm going to lowball it at 30%. If I need to be able to get 10 people enrolled into my program, right? So X times 30% equals 10. Then we know that, what is that? 10 divided by 30%? What's that, 30? Look, 10 divided by 30%. Yes, 33 and a third. So that means that I need to do for each month at least 33 to 34 sales calls. Listen, if you guys stay with us on this 90-day Blitz, every single one of you guys are going to be able to hit your goals. But we got to be willing to do the work. Now, how do we get sales calls? How do we get qualified people on a sales call? That is why having all of this in place is going to be important. Now, before you pick the offers, you first need to have one clear person. This is another thing. And you know what? I never have someone who has built a super successful business that will challenge me on this. It is always people when they're not necessarily closing 10, 20, 30 people a month who want to be having 3 and 4 and 5 different types of target audiences. And this is, again, is no disrespect, but I'm just telling you guys, we've got to let go of our egos. We got to let it go of our egos. Anytime we say, well, this is how I want to do it, a lot of times, guys, that is because we're leaning on our own understanding. And I am telling you, If you get one person, that means you identify one person that's your audience, one name, one age, one income, not a range. Because now when you are talking to them on your webinars, when you are talking to them on social media, you are connecting with them. And today, more than ever, ladies and gentlemen, by the sound of my voice, people want to connect with people. They don't want to just hear the same old, same old. They want to know that the person that they are listening to has experienced exactly what they have overcome and can help them to solve the problem, giving them a result. So you want to know, are y'all still with me? I know some of y'all like, ooh, she's stepping on my toes. I'm just trying to help you guys. If you are not getting to $10,000 a day yet, if you haven't had a $10,000 day, okay? If you haven't had a six-figure event, I'm telling you this works. And I'm telling you that every single time on social media, you switch up to a new audience with a new product and a new service, it confuses the marketplace. That is why we need 90 days of consistency so that your audience can now trust that you are the one who could solve their problem. Nobody goes to people, like you don't go to a doctor to say, hey, doc, unless it's your yearly checkup, which there's a specific reason why we do that too, right? But most of the times, most of us only go to the doctor because there's a specific problem. My head is hurting. My knee hurt. My teeth hurt. Imagine you go to the dentist and tell the dentist that I have a toothache, and the dentist says, well, I help with all areas of pain. Is there anywhere else that you're hurting too? You're going to be looking at the dentist like, bruh, I just came here because I have a toothache. You have to learn to get specific with your books too, guys. It doesn't even matter. Like if your book can help all people, that's great. But the truth is this, guys, when you create a book targeted, especially if you're not a celebrity, if you're not a celebrity, a big name influencer, you have millions of followers, it is easier to market to one specific person when people do not know who you are. So one audience, one transformation creates a much stronger funnel. Okay. Are y'all good? Is everybody still okay? I know a couple people dropped off because y'all don't want to hear that, but that's okay. I'm just going to tell you the truth, guys. I'm going to tell you the truth. I am literally here because I made a decision. I was going to target one niche with one problem and one result. And by the way, I always pay attention to what the current customers that I'm serving, what their biggest problems are, which allow me to continue to evolve and grow the business. Yes, yes? Okay, build a community. I want to challenge every single one of you guys, right, that is listening to my voice, that you want to also focus on building up community. The reason, and this is funny because like, everything that I see that's flourishing right now, that's growing right now, it's all community-based. Let me give you an example. I love the Joe Budden podcast. Okay, that's one of my favorite podcasts. And so every Sunday, I know the podcast going to come live, and I think it's going to be on Wednesday or something like that. I just know for sure every Sunday I'm going to get a new podcast, and then they're going to get another one midweek. With being a listener, an avid listener. Now, I'm not a patroni, so I don't pay. I just watch on YouTube. But as an avid listener, I'm a part of the Joe Budden community. In fact, so much and so that sometimes I like to even pop in on Twitter or some of these live stream communities because I like to be a part of the conversation of the community. InvestFest, a huge conference that just came to Atlanta, had the biggest talk of the town. I'm telling you, they did some incredible marketing for this, whether it was intentional or unintentional. But you have people who absolutely love InvestFest, and you have people who don't necessarily love InvestFest. But guess what? The community that they have built is why that organization continues to grow, because it's community-based. There are EYL community members. If you look at, for example, iPhone, Team iPhone. Who's Team iPhone in the house? If you got your iPhones, let me know in the chat. If you're an iPhone lover, or if you're one of them people that like to mess up the group chat because you like green, because you're an Android, I want to know where my Android people. Do y'all understand that both of these phones are made by the same companies? But they have created a community, and in the community, it creates conversation. Hello? You got iPhone lovers who love their iPhone. You got Android lovers who love their Android. We are community. And so you want to be building, right, a community that people can be a part of. In fact, another reason why I love JBP is because Joe Budden is just super smart. Like, he did something very ingenious where you are able to pay him a monthly, I don't know if it's monthly, I think it's monthly, but you can then take his footage from his shows and you can actually clip them up and use them to repurpose on your YouTube. Why is he doing that? Because he knows that anybody that reposts his content is going to get views, especially if it's salacious, right? And so now he's adding on more. And now you got the community of people who paying $500 a month to just clip up his stuff. Y'all, he's smart. But one of the things Joe also said is he said right now where it is at is community-based movements are the ones that are winning. I'm telling you guys. So for me, my free giveaway, even if it doesn't directly lead to the community, it might be, hey, listen, register for my free masterclass. And when they register, they got to get access to it by joining the community. I am building the community. And I'm going to tell you, there are many reasons why. Like right now, our community is now 200 plus members strong, right? 200 members strong. Look at that. 200 members strong. And this is a community. Hold on. Let me pull up the about page so y'all can see, because it's very specific. It's very specific as to who we're serving as well. This community is for authors, speakers, and coaches, and leaders who are ready to build a powerful 6 to 7 figure business while staying rooted in their relationship with God. We believe success is not just money, platforms, stages, books, or influence. True success comes when your purpose, your business, and your faith are aligned. We are building a community of believers and high income earners. Hello? And so I'm telling you guys, you got to wrap your head around this, and building your community as your free giveaway is a powerful tool. Okay? And by the way, some of us, we think that in order for us to make a significant income, our community has to be, 10,000 people, 5,000 people, 1,000 people. No, you do not have to be a community of 1,000 for you to make a significant income. You just got to start building up your community. Does that make sense? And so one of the things we teach you guys, look, we got another person requesting to join every single time I go live. Guess what, too, y'all? I'm inviting people to join the community. So you build up a community, which allows you now to stay interactive. Your community is going to submit their information. You're able to follow up with them. You can have people to call them. You can retarget them. There's so much that you can do with it. But everybody, if you have not figured out what your community is going to be, you want to think of a community name. You want to identify who is it for. That goes back to who is your target audience. I want to build an organization, a community, a group, a family, whatever you want to call it, of XYZ, very specific, who have this particular problem, who want this specific solution. My solution is that you're going to build a 6 to 7 figure business with doing what you love, helping people learn, right? And you're going to do that backed with the word of God. And then weekly value. So it just depends, because we have 3 different tiers. There's some people who are just going to be in the community and they're going to be posting and they're just going to be connecting. There's some people who are going to get into the community who want to be a part of the weekly live sessions. There's some people who are going to get into community who want to be a part of the software as well as the mastermind events that we're doing. And so you just want to figure out what are going to be your benefits. I am highly recommending every single one of us, even if that is not your free item right now, figure out a way. Now, we have school, which allows you to build community. But even for those of you guys, let me just share something real quick. Let's say you don't necessarily want to invest into the school right now, okay? And you just still want to be able to build a community. For everybody who has access, and I'm going to be transparent, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to forever always use, hold on, let me make sure it don't pull up the whatchamacallit. Because, child, they'll block you on YouTube. Okay, I think it's cool. I think we Gucci. I want to show you something real quick. Let me show y'all something. For those of you who well, I don't know if I can pay for school right now. That's okay. Y'all, we got a whole community over here in the BPC system. So if you go over here to, what is it? Under memberships, you can literally create your own community right here. Without even trying, y'all, we have a community of 66. And what's dope about even in the BPC system, which is high level, right, is that you can actually invite people to join the community or have them added automatically. So if we ever get to a space where in high level, the reason why I like school is because school connects me to other people and other communities are in. I haven't had a chance in a while to really look to see if they're doing the same thing here. But the truth is that I love the idea of being able to have community where people can post, people can, you could do gamification. That's another reason why I like the community. So I can go here to here and I can see in the last 30 days, look, Marshawn, Dr. Stevie Aisha Mills, AJ Robinson, they have all been our top leaders over 3 days. I can go here and see who's been the top in the last 7 days. Look, AJ, Rashida, Marshawn. I can look at all these different things and see who is plugged in. Levels. You can unlock different levels and then you could do some giveaways for that. So there's all reasons why building a community, especially a free community, could be fire for every one of you guys to do that. And so whatever it is that you're going to use, build it. Here's the reason why I like using, I'm going to show you why I like using specifically. There's a couple of reasons, to be honest. One, I do love the fact that I can, like, say for the calendar, if I book an event, I can make this event, like this 90-day challenge that we're doing right now, I can make this event available to only specific members. Or I can make it available to members who've hit a certain level. That means that they have been active and engaged. Let's say I don't just want to make this available to any and everyone because some people, they ain't really plugged in and stuff. I only want to make it available to people who've hit a certain level. Boom. I can say only people who've hit level 4. And now everybody that really, really, really wants to be a part of whatever this is, they're going to work to get to level 4. That means it increases engagement, increases visibility. Are y'all with me? Like, I really like school. And then let me show you something else. I'm going to show y'all something else. I'm going to go here to the settings. Look at this. I can see that the school network has over the past, what? I don't even know how many. Oh, last 30 days, school network has referred me to 19 people. That's 24% of the people who've joined. That is why I like school. Instagram, other platforms, people that I've sent to the Book Profits Club link, Facebook, email invite. So I like this because when you are a part of the school network, they're going to recommend you to other people. Also, another thing is, let me show you this. I can also go in and let's just say I can click on a person's profile. I can see what other communities they're a part of. Isn't that cool? I can see what other communities they're a part of. Okay, this one has 161,000 members. Let's see, what is this community all about? And so this is fire because now, and look, they have 3.7 thousand people online right now. And this is actually a community that helps you with building and growing your school community, right? So this is, to me, a dope software. It's worth the investment. So yes, you have your BPC system. And then yes, you actually have to invest into school. But if you want to just start off building your community through the BPC system for the free ski, because we don't charge you anything extra to build this community here, you can do so. Does that make sense? Yep, you can literally do so. And it's dope because like you could for real, like you could create this community and just literally add all the people in automatically. So anyways, we're going to go to the next portion of this training. Is this good so far? So again, what's going to be your free giveaway? And I'm just going to recommend whatever the free giveaway, it leads people to building up your community. And for me, I have where you can join the community for free. And then there's upgrades, just like that community that had 100,000+ people in it, which by the way, we're going to start running ads for people to join the community. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, yes. We're going to start doing our weekly webinars through the community. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, like what? Okay, anyways, Alex Hermosi is a genius. Then is your book. Why do we have a book? Why should everybody have their book done? And shout out to everybody who did pre-order from book to booked. I'm going to have that go to print today, tomorrow. I'm excited about that. So we'll get ready for that to go to print. That is my new book coming out. And then I also have Freed, which is a book about overcoming depression for anybody that is overcoming, dealing with it, or they have friends or family, loved ones, etc. Right? And so your book is where you can upsell to make money when you're running ads. And also, it's what you can use when you're speaking in in-person events. It is for marketing. I want y'all to look at your book solely as a marketing tool. Whether you, am I frozen? Can y'all hear me okay? Oh, I think my computer's connected to the wrong. Oh, no, it's connected. I don't know, child. My internet going in and out. Can y'all hear me okay? I might have paused it. I think that's what I did. Oh, yes, I did. So listen. So your book is a marketing tool. Ladies and gentlemen, do y'all hear me? Look at all the community iPhone users. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, we don't even know that we're a part of communities, And guess what? Y'all pay to be in these communities. You know how you pay? Because you buy the new phones. And if you really become Team iPhone, you want the latest phone. Like, let me tell you how programmed they got us to, because I'm going to tell you, I ain't went and got the new phone yet, but every single day I'm like, oh, I want to go get the new phone. And guess what? The only main difference, everybody claimed the camera is amazing, but I ain't going to lie, y'all. Android do got a phone that just came out that is shutting it down. I don't know the name of it, I forgot the name, but it takes pictures of the moon. I saw somebody picture. They showed me a picture of a moon. That camera looked like it was literally a Sony camera. Like, it was the picture. It was amazing. Like, you could see the craters in the moon. And y'all know we be having these beautiful moon days, right? And we be like, oh my God, I want to take a picture. Boop. And you be looking, you be like, what the heck? This is not what it looked like, right? And so anyways, long story short, you know how we know that you're a part of the iPhone community? Because some of us, I'm just being honest, some of us who don't got the latest iPhone, if you don't have the latest iPhone, like this is my case, right? This is not the latest iPhone. This is the iPhone 16. Many people went and got that new phone because this part right here looks different. It's a whole thing. So that means as soon as you flip it up, automatically everyone knows you got the new iPhone. They don't even use it for pictures. Do y'all hear me? Communities, when you build powerful communities, people are going to support it because they want to be a part of the latest and the greatest. Hello? So when you build a strong community, oh, buddy. Okay? All right, let me get back into it. Okay, so your next item is you're going to create a book. And every single one of us, guys, and if you go into the community, okay, depending upon your level of enrollment, everybody, when you enroll into our community, if you upgrade to the, hold on. Oh, I can't wait. Look at God. Look, you know what excites me the most is that if there's a school community of 161,000 members where currently 3.8 thousand members are online, if they can do it, guess what we can do, y'all? If they can do it, we can too. God is no respecter of person. And so the fact that I know that there are Facebook groups that have school communities that have this many people, I'm like, thank you, God. Because we going to do it too. So we starting off with our 200 and we're going to be at 200K. Amen. All right. So anyways, let's get into this. So with your those who do not have a book, we have a course in here. If you are a premium, I think you got to be premium or above. This course, we're going to have more added to this, but this course is available that shows you literally how to write your book in this is for VIP. VIP. I sold this course. Right now, if you're not a VIP and you just want to have access, you can purchase it for $997. But I literally used to sell this exact course for $2,997. $3,000. So for those of you guys who are VIP members, which is literally only $97 a month, you get access to the Write a Book in 3 Days course. So for those who are saying, Taria, I just don't know how to get my book done, but I understand that you're saying this is a great marketing tool, but how can I get it done? Roll into the course. And what we may even do for those who are plugged into the challenge, for those who are VIPs, for the month, for one of these months, we'll probably have a weekend where we're going to challenge everybody. You got to be VIP or above and plugged into the challenge, where you get to come to a Saturday workshop day where we're all going to finish our books. Fire. Like, no, what we doing, and let me tell you what we about to do for these next 90 days for those who plug in. Everybody put this in the chat. Shift. 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 It's about to be a shift. We're going to have more income testimonials. We're going to have more visibility testimonials. We're going to have more breakthrough testimonials. We're going to have people that are going to tell us that they were on the brink of giving up testimonials. It's going to be a shift. But let me tell you also what's going to happen. Distractions. Let me tell you also what's going to happen. Setbacks, challenges, disappointments, and we will not let it win. So your second intro item is your book. This is going to be something, and you can bundle it. So some of you guys have workbooks. Some of you guys have a toolkit. Some of you guys have you can add all of this together, but your book is going to be priced under like not $100. So if you got one book, that's $20 plus shipping. Maybe you got 4 books. I'm going to do where you can actually get my book from book to book. And then if you do it right then and there, after you have subscribed to get the free gift, it's going to take you to an upsell page. I'm going to offer where you can buy one, get one free. You just pay the shipping. And I'm just going to make sure that that covers the print cost. So you'll pay $20 plus $10 for the shipping and handling of both books. So $30 instead of paying, what is that? $40 plus shipping. Does that make sense? Then you have your core item. Your core item, which for us is our membership, but we offer entry into the membership for the free ski. Are y'all with me? But your core item could be your membership. So we have our membership or monthly group coaching. Let's say you want to do something like that. And now this would be monthly though. So our membership starts at $47 a month up to $97 a month, depending upon what kind of access you want. Or your membership could be a workshop, a one-day workshop where you got to, for everybody that's going to come, it's $97 and you do it once a month, or a masterclass. It could be an online course. I'm just going to be transparent. This is one of my least favorite though. It is one of my least favorite. The reason is because, hold on. I'm talking to somebody in Ghana. I got to talk to the Queen Mother. I'm trying to get a meeting with the Queen Mother in Cape Coast, y'all, because we're going to do some big giveaways in Ghana. So anyways, but courses are great, but I would not make that the only thing I offer. The reason is because the days of courses becoming, how do I put it? If you are a coach, consultant, leader, I just pray that every single one of us that are in this space of information, that we truly have for a year's membership. And so I'm not making no money, y'all. I don't do this because I can just, if I want to, I could just charge everybody. You know what? Forget it. Everybody that paid before, oh, well, if you want to be a part of this community, you're going to have to pay again. No, I truly care about transformation. This is the only reason I have survived 11 plus years. And I think that says a lot. Why am I going through all of this? Because as a coach who's been doing this for the same audience for 11 years. By the way, my results have always been the same. I've just shifted some ways of how I communicate the messaging because I pay attention to what the marketplace wants. The marketplace ain't going to buy what they need. The marketplace is only going to buy what they want. Man, I hope I really am making sense. Y'all know I got ADHD. And so I hope some of y'all are catching on because I really need y'all to wrap y'all heads around this. Like if you getting into this coaching space, being an author, a speaker and all of that, you're just doing it because you just want to make money. It is not sustainable. You should want to make money. I'm breaking up y'all. Hello. You should want to make money. You should want to get results. You should want to be able to get the income. Can y'all hear me okay? Oh no, I'm breaking up. But you should also have a love for this, because if you don't have a love for this, you're going to quit. I'm saying all that to say because I have noticed a shift in the online courses. Dang, man. You see the devil? This is horrible. I've noticed a shift in the online courses, y'all. You said I'm coming through clear, Mary. Thank you so much. On online courses, that courses are not converting the same way. People don't want to have a ton of million courses. And so if you really care about creating transformation, you got to pay attention to what the shift is looking like and provide that to your client base, okay? So if your core item is just a course, I mean, that's fine, but I am just telling you from my experience and what I have seen shift over this 11 plus years is that just only having a course may not be the best for your client base. You want to be able to provide something that gives them some live results, community-based, weekly meetings, something that, you know, it's no longer just going to be an opportunity to just set it and forget it. That don't work no more. And so I'm just saying, right? So you might have, maybe instead of doing one-on-one sessions, because maybe you don't want to do a whole lot of one-on-ones, you do group coaching. Once a month, you might do a group session. Okay. So anyways, live challenge. So we're doing it now for this 90-day blitz. Guess what, y'all? I could do the 90-day blitz and say, you know what? Instead of making it for the free, because I'm not charging anything extra for this 90-day blitz. This is for everybody that is enrolled into our community. Now, granted, if you want to be on our Monday meetings, you do have to be upgraded to our premium membership, which is $47 a month. That's it. That's 2 books. But for the 90-day challenge, we're not charging anything for that. But there are people who do challenges and they'll charge $100, $397, and make a lot of money. Does that make sense, everybody? So your core item, and again, in the core item, right, you have to clearly explain what they get. By the way, people don't want to get a list of all the work they got to do. That's not what you explain when you're explaining to people what they get. You're explaining to them the results that they'll get. 90 days from now, the reason why you guys are signing up for this is because in 90 days, the goal is for you to get to, if you not hit $10,000 a month, that's just some of y'all. Some of y'all are going to have a $10,000 a week. And some of you guys are going to have $10,000 days. That's the result. But with that, guess what? It requires work. But imagine I say, well, in this challenge, we're going to learn how to pitch people every single day. We're going to also learn how to we're going to log in every single, nobody wants to hear the work. People pay for the result. Okay? So you want to highlight more of the results. You can say, listen, in this program, you're going to get 90 days of step-by-step training that's going to show you how to get the result of generating over $10,000 a month. Boom. That's it. How long will it take? 90 days. Why is it worth the price? There are other people that are going to offer this 90-day challenge, and they're going to charge you $1,997. You're not going to get any of the resources that we're going to give. This value is going to be the price that it is, because I've also spent over $1 million in coaching over the past 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So you got to explain why it's worth the investment. People got to know. And then your premium offer is your high ticket. It could be one-on-one coaching. We have some clients that have signed up for 8 weeks of one-on-one coaching. Okay? Maybe it's a VIP day. How many of you guys have ever experienced a VIP day with someone, like a one-on-one? I've spent $15,000 to attend a VIP day, a coach that I hired for 15 grand. And by the way, I paid them $15,000 and had to fly in on my own dime. I had to get my own hotel. Okay? But that was what I paid for, a VIP day. Some of you guys, let me shout out Deanna Jean. Deanna Jean, for some of her clients, which I'm actually going to start doing, because y'all know I love to travel. And so I'm going to start opening up probably in 2027, maybe 4 times a year, where I may bring on 2 clients where we'll go travel to somewhere exotic. And only 2, but it's not going to be at the same time. I'll work with this client for like a full VIP day, a full day somewhere exotic and beautiful. It'll cover their room and board. They just got to get there, and we're going to create like a VIP day 4 times a year for about 2 clients. High ticket for 1 day, 1.5 days or whatever. They're going to invest high ticket for that. Consulting and coaching is the same doggone thing. But a lot of times in the space of consulting, we're looking at pitching ourselves into like more corporate environments, team environments, organizations. You want to come in and show this nonprofit how to be able to get funded. This is the consulting I do. Or I'm going to go in to show this school university how to be able to help their students get better grades on this exam. That's more of the consulting, right? Done with you. Right? Done with you where, hey, like that's like, hey, I'm going to show you how to write your book. We're going to have a VIP day, well, a virtual day where we're going to write the book together. Direct involvement with both people. Mastermind. We have a mastermind that's going to be coming up in October where everybody who is a VIP member as well as plugged into this challenge will be invited to come to the October mastermind. And guess what? Again, I could charge for it, right? Which people do. They'll charge $1,500, $5,000. And then corporate type speaking is where you are facilitating events in corporate environments designed to increase people's bottom line. So I want to go speak in front of XYZ Corporation. Right now, they're having a high turnover of their sales agents. I can come in because I am the author of Sale Now. I'm going to send them a copy of my book as well as my packaging. Listen, I can come in and for a day, I can train your agents for $15,000. I can show your agents how to get better sales, better follow-ups. Now, why are they going to pay you $15K? Because you're going to help to increase their bottom line. So what this could look like for different types of authors, right? So maybe you are a speaker, leadership author. You could have a free leadership community, your book and speaker toolkit. You could do a $197 leadership workshop. And then because your pitch, and this is a leadership, let's say you're going to come in for a day. Listen, for a day, I can come in and do a workshop with your corporation for about an hour for $197. You come in to do that training. They love it. You say, great, I would love to come and do a corporate training. This will be maybe 3 weeks where I'll come in to go over some stuff for $2,500. Boom. Coach, self-help author. You might say, okay, I got my free support community. We have our book plus workbook, right? We got a $297 group program, right? So this is a group program where, like, for example, for my community, when we did the book writing, we would enroll people into the 5K and 5-day challenge for $297 so that we could show them how to raise money for their book. And then they enroll into the 3-day book camp. Now, I do work with individuals one-on-one, but it starts at $10,000 for me to help them with their book. Or maybe then you say, okay, so from the group program, then those who want to work with me further, you can do a one-on-one coaching that comes with maybe 2 or 3 weeks of coaching for $2,000. You could also have the free business. Listen, all these I'm telling you, the communities are going to be lit. Now, you still have to know how to sell the community though, okay? But anyway, so you got your book. Let's say you're going to have some scripts and templates and stuff like that, right? So, hey, when you get my book on the upsell, also when you get my book, you're going to get a free scripts and some templates is going to help you. Then you have a monthly membership. Now, remember, you can have people join into your community for free, and then they can upgrade to the higher tier that gives them more value, and then a strategy session for $1,500. By the way, I charge $1,000 for a strategy session. Yes, let me give y'all the dates. I'm going to give y'all the dates for the mastermind, the October mastermind. So let's give here's a 90-day goal, right? The goal, if your goal is to get to $10,000 a month, here you go. Step 1, we got to set the 90-day income goal. We have to all set the goal. Guys, what is the goal? What's your goal for 90 days? Is it $10,000 a month? That's 30 grand. If it's $10,000 a week, okay, now we're talking about, what's that? 40, if it's 4 weeks, so that's 40, that's 120. You want to do 120,000, or maybe your goal is $50,000. But everybody needs to have a 90-day income goal that and you don't need to type this in the chat. This is for you. But by the end of November, how much money do you want to have earned? And this is the only time that I like to say this, but be realistic on your goal. And what I mean by that is be realistic based upon what you know that you're going to be willing to pitch. So if your premium, you say, I'm going to set my premium at $10,000, and you know for a fact that you've never even sold a $500 premium, we might need to start at 500 before we go straight to the gusto. And it's not that you don't have the value of 10,000, because every single one of us have the value of $100,000 packages. But as you progress in this coaching space, when you start, you're able to start, let's just say at a $500, $1,000 package, you enroll them in, you're able to learn from your clients as to what they really need, how you can help them better, how to improve your program, continue to grow the program. So maybe your first 5, you sell it for 500. The next 5, you go up to 1,000. The next 5, you go up to 2,000. Does that make sense, everybody? Drop the $ in the chat. So be realistic based upon what you have actually done. If you are, like I was talking to a guy that enrolled into our visibility program. First of all, one of the biggest challenges is he did not have a very specific target audience. He didn't know who he wanted to serve. And I still have no idea, even to this day, what he sells, like what he offers, what's the transfer. I have no idea. And so when I was asking about the price point, he was like, oh yeah, well, we have a 25K package or something like that. And I was like, okay, 20, y'all have 20. How many people have you enrolled? Well, I enrolled 100 people. And I knew that there's no way that you could have enrolled 100 people into a 25K package and you don't even know who your target audience is, as well as the transformation. There are a couple of things that I can immediately tell about someone in the coaching industry if they're really making money or not based on how they introduce who they serve and how they provide results. I can immediately kind of pinpoint what type of income they make. I'm just being honest. I can. I've just been doing it for so long. I can, or if they're just getting started and they've gotten so good at upfront identifying who their niche is, I get super excited because I know if they just follow this system and not get distracted by trying to do too much, they can easily get to the game, get to the end of mine, right? So anyways, come to find out, he was telling me what he sold for another company, that it was already a multi-million-dollar company. And I was like, okay, so you mean you sold somebody else's package that was 25K and they've spent probably millions and millions of dollars to get you qualified leads. They spent millions and millions of dollars to create the presentation for you. So you didn't have to create a presentation. You didn't have to create the marketing. That doesn't necessarily count. It's much different when you are pitching your own program that you're using with your own intellectual property, starting with your own business, your own products and services. You got to keep that in mind. So here you go, build an offer mix. So look, if you were to able to pitch only 10 of your premium at 1,500, that's 15K. Then you focus on having your core at 35 sales for 297. That's 10,000. That puts you at 25,000. And then if you focus on getting 100 sales, imagine what you could do, ladies and gentlemen, with $4,700 in marketing dollars. Imagine the reach you could get with $4,700 in marketing dollars. And the benefit is, y'all, when you do this one good time every single month, you should be generating marketing dollars to reinvest into increasing your visibility. So everybody needs to take time to work on, this is what you're going to be completing in the homework assignment. You don't have to tell your income goal if you don't want. If you do, that's fine. But you're going to identify what is your hook item. And if it's not a free community, that's fine. It could be a download, a PDF. But what's the name of the hook item? Who is it for? And what is the main result they're going to get from that? And you need to include the website. I'll show you where to go. The intro item, what is that going to be? Now, I'm going to be updating. Actually, I'm going to add that so y'all can see immediately. Your core item, what is that? And the premium, what is that? All right. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to go over here to this challenge that says 90-day success funnel. I'm going to put challenge, 90-day challenge success funnel homework. Boom. And so this right here, we know that's free. And then I'm going to do with free book bonus. This is going to be $30 upgrade. They can buy one or they can get both of them for the price of $30. And then my upgrade in the school community. By the way that I'm going to get people to upgrade into the community, just so y'all know, the way that I'm going to get people to upgrade into the community is that when somebody goes to register for my webinar, which will be Sunday, okay? My webinar will be Sunday. In order to attend the webinar, they have to join into the community to get the link. So that's how I'm going to be pushing more people to join. But then I'm going to hire someone that I am going to pay $5 per completed call to call them and talk to them about upgrading in the school community. If they upgrade, they'll get another bonus of $5. So that means of the $47, I'm going to give $10 to that person. Now, granted, not everybody's going to upgrade, but if they get someone on the phone, the likelihood of them upgrading to a $47, it increases substantially. So I'm going to hire someone to do that for me. And then the premium is where I offer that from my webinars on Sunday. So every single person that joins the community also will get invited to come to the webinar that we're going to do every single Sunday. Are y'all with me? And so that is how we're going to hit our income goal quickly. And we're going to stay committed to every single day getting a minimum number of people into our community registering for the webinar every single day. That's it. That's the game plan. And so I'm going to show you next week what your daily activity should be so that y'all can get that aligned. I got to go. I'm late for a meeting. So I'm late for a meeting, y'all. But anyways, I'm excited. I hope that you guys are just excited. Oh, the May mastermind. Hold up. The October mastermind. I need to put this in the, I got to put this in the, whatchamacallit. Let me see. What is this? It is going to be, I put it in a presentation, I think, because it's going to be the week. Matter of fact, I'm going to send out an email to you guys. So just be on the lookout for the email. And I'll show you guys out. But I do believe, hold on. I know exactly what it is. Hold up. Taste Urban, because that's the week where we are also, if you want to be a speaker, you get a chance to be a speaker for this event that I'm partnered with. And so we're going to meet on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to finish it off by going to church, which is optional, of course. So it's October. Yep. Hold on, y'all. October. Actually, yeah, so we're starting on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So October the 1st to the 4th. October 1st to the 4th is when the mastermind is going to be. The 1st is going to be the work day. So that's where we're going to come in and work. On Friday is a content day, which is extra. And then on that Saturday, if you do get a table with us, you get to get a vendor table. As well as if you become a speaker, you get to speak at this event right here, Taste Urban. Okay? And then on Sunday, we'll go to church, which is optional, as well as brunch, which is optional, but just a chance for us to hang out like a family. All right, y'all. Well, good. God bless you all. I got to go. I'm so late. All right. Love ya. Bye, y'all.